fighting for your people. Those who imprison you, they also fought for what you are fighting for. So we know very soon you will rejoin us. Thank you so much, wherever you are. I want to salute our current Prime Minister, His Excellency NKERE, for what you are doing for us. You have shown gallantry, you have shown resoluteness, you have shown consistency, and your work is speaking loud and clear. Everybody is seeing it. So even the blind can feel it. Like Udumaje would say, if you can't see, can't you also hear? So we are seeing what you are doing, and it's feeding fruit. Thank you so much. I also want to salute our Honorable Minister of Information and Communication, Mazia Barawa. You are a very unique person in this struggle, and Biafra owes you a lot for your doggedness. You are never giving up spirit. We thank you so much, and we salute you. I would also like to salute our COS, a humble man who is working closely with our Prime Minister. Thank you so much. Wherever you are, salute every one of you. So, our topic today is Nigerians Turkey alliance weakens its case. Nigerian alliance weakens its case, and Biafrans with the US. Before I commence, I would like my tutors and 1 million to salute the audience. Thank you so much.
Ndewo Biafrans. Ndewo our host, the veteran driver.
Ndewo tutors. Ndewo. Good afternoon.
Yes, Minister 1 million. Ndewo, I love you. Thank you so much, our host, the veteran dragon himself. Thank you for gathering us once again in this hallowed chamber of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Thank you so much. Yeah, my co-host, Minister 1 million, Ndewo Adedemi, Abasiudion Fien. Yes, so Benuwa, Abasiudion Adede Ben, Adede Meka, Adede Senator, Adede Emekes, Adede Attitude, Ada Doris, Emedie Komdo, Amaka Ada Obiageli, Rock, Adede, Emedio Komdo Pupuru. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you are just joining, the space will not take so much time. It will not be long according to our host. Please share the space as you join so that others will join with us. And we are only 11 in this space. Guinea, we should be more than this. Share. If you have YouTube channel, stream it. Now we need to propagate this gospel to reach every nook and corners in Biafra land. And I want to use this opportunity to thank all our leaders, those in the detention, those that are active. Yes, our Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere. We love you so much, and I just want God to bestow upon you the wisdom and wealth that you never thought of. Let the wealth from heavenly kingdom begin to open the doors and flood into your house. Yes, you have shown us how a leader should be, and you are doing it exceedingly great. We love you so much. And wherever you step your feet, whatever will come out from your mouth, it will taste like sugar. Yes. And whatever the lawmakers and the congresspersons will hear from your mouth, they will always say, yes, we agree. We will do as you have said. That is our prayers, because we must go home, despite all the distractions here and there. So thank you so much. And our BDF, we say thank you so much for continuing to be our shield. I want to thank Biafrans in the homeland, especially those in the old Anambra, for speaking in one voice, irrespective of the propaganda video here and there. Our video that we shared have even buried their propaganda video. You could see in some areas that they shared, rain was falling. I was asking, is it a different place or is it the same Onitsha? one side rain is falling, one side rain is not falling. Thank you so much. So I will yield my mic here. Our hosts have already discussed the topic. Nigeria's Turkey alliance weakens its case. Biafra stand with the United States of America, the only country that heard our cry and are still doing something. So thank you so much. I pass the mic to my co-host, Minister 1 Million. Thank you, my host.
Yeah,
please continue deliberation until I come back, please. 1 million, continue.
All right, thank you very much for that privilege. So, every day we have reason, to come up and to mock our enemies. Every day, every attempt they make is always drawing them backward. So, in any ways, I want to send my special greetings to our leaders, wherever they are. Our leader, NNAMDI KANU, he is the reason for one of the reasons for the day. So we love him so much wherever he is. And also to our ex-Prime Minister, Mazi Samone Banjoko. We say wherever you are, may God continue to, comfort you and grant you quick release from wherever you are. So, and our special greetings to my current Prime Minister, Mazi NKERE, yes, who is piloting the affairs of the Biafran government in exile. He's really doing very, very well, and we ask God Almighty to continue to encourage him and bless him with wisdom so that he'll be able to lead us to our destination. And also thanks to our lobbyists and our international lawyers who has been standing there for us, who has been making things happen, who has been making the Biafran government in exile and the awareness of the Biafran people known in the international community. So we also say big thank you to each and every one of them for their support. Not just they are just more than lobbyists. These are if you ask me, I would call them Biafrans. But I say may God continue to strengthen them in all they do. And also to my fellow Biafrans that are here, please, we should not forget that it's our obligation for us to share the space. Immediately we come in, first thing you have to do is to go to the share button, make sure you share so that other people will be able to get the notification and join as well. And also want to thank each and every one of us that has been steadfast, focused, consistent in all that we have been doing. We have all seen today that we have all been vindicated in all ramification, in all what we have been doing. So, in the initial stage when it all started, it seems like, some of us might have been having different doubts or, trying to, but the truth, your instinct will always tell you the right thing to do. And when you follow that, you will see that you will never, ever, fall astray or fall apart. So, and that is the reason why now today we have all been vindicated with facts and evidences, in the open, everywhere from east, west, north, and south. So, and that is a good thing. So, as we are still talking today, we can see the topic we have up here. That even with the facts and evidences, the fact that the so-called contraction went to Kenya to kidnap our leader, NNAMDI KANU. They sentenced him so-called life imprisonment after illegal detention for 5 years and illegal trial, and they still went ahead, and did whatever they think that they can do because they felt that, it's always business as usual. They will always get away with it. So, but today the reverse has already become the case. So you see them jumping from one cage to another. So it's not something that is it's not something that we should. It's something that is something expected, So they are always jump from one cage to another, looking for one hole to another, just to cover up their evil and try to, show their stupidity, their proudness. So, but in like people like us, that is the reason why we are Biafrans. We are the only race. We are the only citizens. We are the only race in that contraption, that can stand and stand our ground. So, and that is the reason why you see them running up. If not for Biafra, you think that these people will be running up and down, going to Turkey or if not for the activities of Biafra government in exile, because they know how the government in exile has exposed them to the extent that they can no longer go to the United States of America anymore. Now they are running to Turkey. So that is to show you the height of their foolishness and how, how far, in fact, how panicked they are. So what should we do? What should we do? So when you see the Nigerian contraction, the so-called contraction going to Turkey, trying to seek an alliance, I don't see. Someone's mic is on. Yeah, thank you. So I don't see any impact at all, rather than weakness, just like as our topic has just said. So in every move that they make, they will always continue to make the worst mistakes, and the more they do it, the more we, the Biafran people, we have the advantage. So the most important thing here is that, all this, we, the Biafrans, are we taking note of the advantages we have? How are we making use of the advantages that we have at this particular time? Because now you're seeing these people now going to Turkey now. Is that going to put fear in your mind that, oh, they have gone to Turkey now, they are doing this? Is that what's supposed to be in your mind? So that is what we are talking about now, because now our topic, our host has already made it very clear that, that the Nigerian Turkey alliance, Turkey alliance, weakens its case. So it's very, very clear, understand. So me, myself, I'm putting it, to my people, because the most important thing here is our people, because we really need to get our people. Our people really need to understand what we are talking about here. So now, when you hear that the so-called contraption, the so-called zoo, now they are running to Turkey, and you see them trying to seek alliance, trying to see them making alliance with this Turkey for war, or for whatever reason or whatsoever. What does that tell you? What does that? What comes to your instincts in the first place? Does that move you? If yes, in what way? Does it move you to support your government, to support your government, or to do what you're supposed to do, or it moves you in the negative way, like, panicking mood, like, oh look, so that is the question. So, but for me, I wouldn't like to answer that question, but if you don't mind, I would also want to answer in the other way. But let me just leave it there, because we are just starting the space. So that is a question that I'm just putting out for now concerning this topic we have here. Because when we are talking about Turkey, and when we're talking about Nigeria going to Turkey for alliance, for security alliance or whatever, we say it weakens its case. So I don't know if our people understand when we say it weakens its case, or maybe there might some of us. As we continue, I believe that we will expatiate more on this topic, so that we'll be able to understand why Nigerian and Turkey's alliance, weakened its case. So I'll yield the mic here. I also have our senior, our uncle Ben, who are born, he's here. So I don't know, maybe we have anything to say, but before then, let me give the mic to the host. You're welcome, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. One more time, I want to express my happiness for you and tutors to join me as co-host. It's an honor to me. I appreciate the two of you once again. So thank you so much. Like I said, it's going to be a very short space, so let's move with speed. I want to greet our global audience. Those who are probably when we are done, they may want to listen to it. I salute you wherever you are, and for joining us from all over the world. Thank you so much. You are welcome to today's space. We are going to have a strategic conversation today, and it's about Nigeria, Biafra, and global credibility. Our topic is, which I've mentioned before, Turkey's Nigerian-Turkey alliance has weakened its case, and Biafra stands with the United States of America. This topic is not about propaganda. We are not here to uh, say things that are not facts, are not known, or which history cannot testify. And we are here for an analysis. We want to analyze issues. So it's about facts. And this is an international reality, what we are trying to discuss here. So like my co-hosts have said, please, if you are here, kindly share this space, because we have a very important discussion. So let's begin with a fundamental truth. In modern international relations, who you align with, in modern international relations, whoever you align with matters as much as what you say. Those you call your friends in times of need, where you run to, those you align with, those you call for help, speak volume. It speaks as much as what you say. So today in the international space, the center of gravity is the United States of America. Today in international space, everybody gravitates towards United States. And this is not a hidden fact. This is something that is very clear to everybody. But when you find yourself in a situation Nigeria found themselves, and instead of gravitating towards the center of gravity, gravitating towards the leader of the free world, because you have to love freedom to gravitate towards the leader of free world. You have to be prepared for scrutiny. You have to be prepared. Your hands must be clean. You must have a very good record. If you are running towards a country that cherishes democracy and transparency, you must be you must be open for scrutiny. So when you are scared of running towards a country that everybody wants to associate with, then you have a lot of questions to answer. So Nigeria claims it's a democracy, and that's a fallacy. Because if you're a democracy, you should be attracted to another democracy. And when we're talking about democracy, I think the model of democracy today is the United States. So if you claim you are a democracy, then you should be attracted towards a democratic country. Like I said, that is the country that everybody today, every nation today, want to identify with. And when you're unable to identify with the United States in the current system, the current world we find ourselves, then you need to answer some questions. So Nigeria claims it respects human rights. And you know, one of the cardinal hallmarks of a democracy is respect of human rights and promotion of human rights. And the United States have been in that forefront, making sure that they speak out wherever human rights are being violated. So, and when you are scared of going to form alliance with such a great nation, then you have skeleton in your cupboard. Nigeria claims it upholds the rule of law. And this alliance have also weakened that case or that claim that it respects rule of law. And it's very, very open there for everybody to see. Nigeria may have laws, but they have never been obedient to their laws. They have not respected their laws. So we're going to examine all this as we proceed. Nigeria also claims it's fighting Biafran quest for self-determination based on international law, based on being innocent. They are claiming they are fighting the Biafran quest for self-determination on the ground that they are doing the right thing. Then if you are doing the right thing, when you are fighting agitators of self-determination, then you shouldn't have run to Turkey, because Turkey has a very, very bad record when it comes to dealing with those who are agitating for self-determination. So, but in all these claims I've just enunciated, Nigerian actions and alliances tell a different story. If Nigeria claims it's a democracy, if Nigeria claims it respects human rights, and it claims it opposes rule of law, and it claims it's fighting the Biafran agitators lawfully, then his actions and the current alliance tell a different story, completely a different story. And you may ask me why. Because of Turkey's global image problem. Because of Turkey's image global problem. Turkey has a very bad image when it comes to the tenets of democracy, when it comes to rule of law, when it comes to dealing with those who are agitating for self-determination. Turkey has a very, very damaging image globally. So today, Turkey is repeatedly accused of human rights abuses. It's there on the world space. Today, Turkey is repeatedly accused of human rights violations. We're talking about whoever you align with. Will talk tells volume of who you are and where your aim also and your objective. You are aligning with a Turkey that is repeatedly, globally accused of human rights abuses. You are aligning with Turkey, which is known for cracking down on decent voices. So Nigeria, you are aligning with Turkey, which is globally known for cracking down, for using force against voices that are clamoring for self-determination. And Turkey is known for jailing journalists. These are all on international space. Anybody can Google it, anybody can. So if there is anybody here who want to contradict me, please, when the floor is open, you are free to come and do so, because I like superior arguments. So Turkey is known for jailing journalists, and Nigeria is known for jailing and killing journalists. So when these two birds of the same feather are flocking together, then you can always tell the story yourself. You can always tell the objective and the aims. So Turkey is known for jailing activists, and Nigeria is known for jailing activists. So when we talk about whoever you align with tells the story about who you are. So we are not trying to, we're not doing propaganda. We are saying, we're just saying it as it is. So Turkey is known for jailing activists and opposition figures. Is there in the world space. So if that is the case, And the same thing is happening in the zoo in Nigeria. Nigeria jail journalists, Nigerian kill journalists, and nobody is investigated and nobody is prosecuted. So Turkey is known for conducting military operations against minority groups, especially the Kurds. Who is going to contradict me on this? That Turkey is known for conducting military operations against minority groups. The same thing Nigeria is doing. The same thing. So when we are saying that this alliance has weakened its case, it's very, very clear. Like my co-hosts, two of them mentioned. It's very clear. Nobody should argue on this. You see? So Turkey is known for conducting military operations, and just the same thing Nigeria is known for against minority groups. And look at it, the cause is there. So when Nigeria aligns itself militarily and diplomatically with Turkey, what happens? It sends a very loud and clear message. It sends a very loud and clear message. And what is this loud and clear message? Nigeria is comfortable. Nigeria is comfortable forming an alliance and taking lessons from a state that suppresses minorities. Nigeria is comfortable. I mean, they are just comfortable and taking lessons, happy taking lessons from a state, from a country that suppresses minorities. This alone undermines any moral authority Nigeria has against Biafra. This alone undermines any moral authority Nigeria has against Biafra, and it has weakened his case. Anywhere two of us go, I mean, what I mean is anywhere Nigeria and Biafra goes today to table our issues, this alliance has damaged Nigerian credibility and legitimacy. I have this question to ask before I proceed. I have this question to ask. Please, can someone be frank enough to answer this question? Devoid of sentiment, because we are not here for sentiment or emotions. No. We are facing life and death. When we're talking of Biafra, it's an issue of life and death. So everything we do, everything we say, we are completely devoid of sentiment, and we want to be frank. Can a government, that's the question, can a government that is taking lessons on repression tactics, on oppressive tactics, that is learning how to violently repress and suppress opposition from another government who does exactly the same, can that kind country credibly argue that it is protecting unity and democracy? That's the question I want to ask. And if anybody is willing to, let the person answer me or I proceed. I want to repeat the question. Can a country, can a government that is taking lectures on repressive tactics, on oppressive tactics, on how to clamp down on agitators of self-determination, can a country that is learning how to violently suppress and oppress those who are clamoring for self-determination, can such a government, and it's learning it from a government that is doing exactly the same thing, can such a government credibly argue that it is protecting unity and democracy? That's the question I want to ask. If anybody is willing to answer it, If there's nobody to answer it, then I will proceed.
Yes, my host. They were.
Thank you, my co-host. Go ahead.
You see, that country, which we have to mention its name, Nigeria, lacks the credibility and the legality to speak about protecting or unifying its citizens, or even speaking about democracy. As you rightly said, what do you think Turkey will teach Nigeria? Is exactly what they have done to their citizens. What Turkey will do is to hand over the template that they used in fighting the Kurdish, which they are still fighting till today. I think over 35 years now. They will hand over that template to the terrorist country, Nigeria. It is so shameful. You know, what is annoying me in all this event that is taking place is that our own has been used as Italiana will say, hey, what does that mean? You know, thickener. When you cook soup, and especially if you want to cook a white soup, you will use cocoyam, and it will be a thickener for that soup. What is annoying me in this template or agreement that they did or they signed is our own was a signatory to it, our own unquote. Even though you look at her, she's like a Fulani woman. So she has succeeded to grab this template and then bring it to Nigeria, because they are the ones that will follow the template. So because of lack of time, my answer to that question, because if I want to talk on that, we have a lot to talk about that one question alone. Nigeria lacks the credibility, even the voice to speak. You know, credibility is, how would I even say it? It's granted by the audience and it's not claimed by the speaker. You understand? So for them now to go to Ankara, which is Turkey, to clamp down on us, Biafrans, because they went there for us. Remember that, as I said the other day, the meaning of terrorism in Nigerian context is different from the meaning of terrorism globally. Because why? Nigeria has designated IPOB, according to them, as the only terrorist organization in Nigeria. They looked at the list that they presented, and Boko Haram was not there, ISWAP was not there, Fulani headsmen, their names were not there. So when you look at it in the Nigerian context, you will see that it is us that they are coming to fight. They have done everything possible to erase us from the surface of the earth. And it did not work, especially now that we have aligned with the United States of America. So they went there to get the template to come and engage us that they named terrorists. You see? So they lack that credibility to speak about justice, life-saving, diplomacy, name it, even unity, because they don't have it. If they have it, they would have, first of all, practicalized in their own country for everyone to see. But because they don't have, they had to go to Turkey to get the template, because Turkey have a history on how they erase species. Let me use the word species. How they have completely erased them, and one of them is Kurdish. And this man came to power since 2014 after being a prime minister. You see? So let me just stop there because I don't want to take a lot of time so that you can continue. Go ahead, please, my host. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. If you notice, while you were speaking, I was giving you thumb because you were just hitting the nail in the head. See this singular. Okay, let me welcome our great men here. David, I welcome you. I welcome Obiageli. I think I saw you here. Obi, I welcome you. Thank you so much. Every other person I'm not welcome, please. You are welcome to this space. So you said it exactly, and you answered it exactly as it is. So that credibility has been eroded. And like you said it's the audience that that gives you credibility. You are not the one that marks your activities. So it's very, very clear, and we have actually answered it in a very nutshell. Thank you so much. You see, under international law, those who are seeking self-determination, it's not just everybody that seeks self-determination. It's those who are facing certain either operation or crisis or issues. Those who are systematically being marginalized, those who are people's facing political expulsion or exclusion, those who are it applies when you are talking about those who are seeking self-determination. Talking about people, it applies to people facing economic strangulation, just like the way Biafrans have been facing it. It applies to people facing state violence, just as we are facing it in Nigeria. You are never free to say a word that is not in line with government. You must be a trumpeter. That's
Can anybody hear Veteran Dragon? Because I'm not hearing.
No, we are not hearing them. Are you guys hearing?
I couldn't hear him as well. I was thinking it was from my side.
Maybe I have to refresh.
Okay.
Good morning. Okay,
maybe I take it out from there for him until he comes back.
You see us as
said he was having
criminal rebellions or rebels. This that narrative aimed at making the world seeing Biafra agitators as terrorists and as criminals. Because Turkey is globally known for branding legitimate self-determination movement as terrorism. They are globally known for branding legitimate self-determination movements as terrorism. And that's the lesson Nigeria have gone to learn. And like you said, the same template they want to apply. But unfortunately,
they're not allowing this guy.
It will crumble. Unfortunately, they went to a lesser power compared to where we are, compared to who has raised his voice in our favor, compared to who has raised his voice in favor of Christians. And let nobody be deceived. When you talk about trade agreement, those diplomacy, those are babash. Everything they went to Turkey to do is tailored on how to deal with Biafran agitators. We are going to talk about it because we're going to talk about who gave suggestion, who suggested that Nigeria should run to Turkey. So from there we will know what they are really aiming at. So Nigeria's partnership with Turkey has confirmed the genuine fears that Nigeria's response to Biafra is force-based, not dialogue-based. Nigeria has never opted for dialogue with indigenous people of Biafra. It has never. It has always been using brute force. Right from the very beginning, Nigeria has been using brute force. Nigeria's alliance with Turkey, a country globally known for using brute force against agitators of self-determination, strengthens Biafran's claim. It strengthens our claim. It strengthens what we have been saying, that Nigeria has no intention of justice. Because if they had intention of justice, they should have gone to the United States, who will look at both sides of the coin and then pass their verdict. But what did they do? They went to a country that's a sponsor of terrorism globally. Example is Syria. So it has justified our claim that Nigeria is using brute force against us. And it has strengthened our claim that Nigeria has no intention of justice. It has no intention of remedying the cause for Biafran demand for self-determination at all. Please let us note this very carefully. Let us know this it's very, very important in this, our discourse. It was Sheikh Gumi, a notorious jihadist and a terrorist sympathizer, who first went to Turkey and later instructed Tinubu not to seek military assistance.
Thank you for sharing. Because share one here. Anna attacked it too much.
So can you now see where we are coming from? Can you now see where we are coming from? Your advisor is as good as who you are. The person you take advice from is as good as who you are, or is as bad as who you are. So it was Sheikh Gumi who was the first to travel to Turkey. And after that, he now instructed, in fact, he now ordered, because he is the president of the zoo. He now ordered the president to go to Turkey and possibly Pakistan. So look at the nations they are dealing with. So this has weakened their case, and this have told the world is now seeing it clearly. Their intentions. They have never meant well. They have never meant to be scrutinized or to know what is going on. Please, I have a call coming. I will be back.